Alrighty, now just wait for YouTube to give confirmation. There it is! Greetings everyone, I am Dr. J, and I wasn't able to play this last weekend because a friend was visiting from out of town, so blame him for why I wasn't able to play this Saturday or Sunday. Kept very busy on both days. So, either way, I feel I've made enough progress on the next video to where I can stream on Wednesdays, and honestly, even if I hadn't made a lot of progress, I really want to keep going with this game. So, we are back here, and I once again forgot to empty my inventory, but you know what? We'll worry about that another time. So, my thinking was, given that I've gotten a metric ton of trash that I need to eventually go through in order to eventually see to all of this, because holy crap, this is a lot. My thought was, okay, I need to refocus. There's a lot going on. I feel like there's a lot of different directions that I can take everything. So my thinking is, the best thing I can do is, for right now, is to simply go back into the basement and see what kind of shenanigans I can engage in there. Because honestly, I think when push comes to shove, that'll do me more good in the long run, because it'll give me an opportunity to grind a little bit, level up my characters a little bit. When did I get severe wounds? Oh well. And hopefully, in doing so, it'll help make future events easier, and it'll hopefully break up the monotony that has been the last couple of sessions. Because honestly, I'm starting to think that reading all of the soul stories has started to be a little taxing, honestly.
They'll never know I'm here.
Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm assuming you're mostly focused on survival? Yeah, mechanics is 0. So I need Aloth or Durance to be better at mechanics long term. But for now. Let's see what kind of trouble I can get up to. Sup? Alright, Aloth. Obvious fireball is obvious. And then I should probably deal with those guys too. Where am I?
Hey there.
Wait, am I on the ground?
Shoot.
What is there? Done. Well, however that happens. Let's fire this. Am I just gonna stay down here forever? Can I at least cast a spell? I mean, it's nice that they're not paying attention to me, but still. Alright, wounding shot was applied. May as well apply that and see what it does. Oh, cool, I'm up. Alright, time to shred up.
We're down one.
Surprised I'm not taking more damage, honestly. I remember this being tricky. Wait, did I get held this time? Yep, paralyzed. Huh? What was that? Oh, Aloth levels up. Nice. I just need to survive this nonsense then. Oh geez. I say I need to survive this, and then I do a terrible job of surviving.
Got an arrow for this one.
You should probably go over here and start shooting at these guys. Alright, what's Adair up to?
I'll teach you a lesson.
That seemed to do something. give him some fire.
Moe X.
There we go. Now just to shoot these guys up.
I'll teach you a lesson. Francis. I have.
Whew. Alright, level up. Ah, only 1 point into mechanics. That's okay. It's something. So, what do I want to give you in terms of spells? Repulsive business. Noxious Burst, let's see. It's an AoE of everything, though. Bounding missiles? What's this entail? Just target +2 foe jump targets. What's that supposed to mean? Does it hit multiple then? You know what? That's what it would imply. Yeah. Okay. We'll try that out then. Now, what else do I want to give? Extra deflection. That's for disengaging. So various damage reduction. Huh. Wound binding. That could be useful, but I think you're more useful for straight damage, though. Okay. So penetrating shot. I don't think that's necessarily useful for you. Sanctify. Dangerous implement. That might be a bit too much of a risk. What's the range? Doesn't say. Suppose I could just give myself more spell uses. Negating some of the target's damage. I feel like that's probably the most useful thing I can get. Alright.
Yeah?
That's a start. Plenty to take by the looks of it.
They'll never know I'm here.
You might find this interesting.
Nice. A broken blade. Metal is of fine quality and it's unclear what caused this to snap neatly at the midpoint. Curious. Blade of the Endless. Find more pieces of the ancient sword. Interesting.
Hey there.
Alright then. Progress of a sort. Now all that leaves us is to continue on to the next level. For a second, I thought the game had crashed. I'm getting a little too cynical about this. No matter. Then again, I'm assuming a decent amount about the game since that this is using the Unity engine. You can make good stuff with it, as this game is proven, but though worn away by time, many of these alcoves are engraved with Adirian surnames. Interesting.
You should see this.
Hide armor and a floppy hat. Nothing too impressive then. A jump. Wait, ogre. How long have those blood spurts been there? Oh jeez.
I shall deal with it.
Did I just hear another gong sound? I did. So how do you work? Let's see, you're focused primarily on survival. Guess I can give you a little more in stealth. The points you get from your next level up should allow plenty. Now, what do you have? Vicious Companion. Okay, so the Animal Companion becomes more dangerous. Accurate Wounding Shot, so grants greater accuracy to it. That could be useful. So Hobbled. Dexterity reduced by 2, movement by... Okay, so makes it a little easier to hurt as well. Resilient Companion. Merciless Companion. I'm thinking Accurate Wounding Shot makes the most sense given how I've been using you. Didn't expect to find an ogre in here.
Sure. Hey there.
Ogre Druid? Now that I didn't expect.
Dead on!
Following your
Oh jeez. Get out of that field.
following your lead.
Oh jeez, Aloth. Second win now. Oh jeez. I'm glad I quick saved. Although with when I quick saved, I don't know if I'll necessarily have a lot of time to respond properly. Ogre Druid. I never would have expected druids to be part of. Huh. That I didn't expect. Let's wait for him to pass. Oh wait, that's Eleanor. No,
Hey.
probably one you in front, given you have
Hey.
higher HP. Where'd you come from? Gee, that's a heavy hit.
These ones are in for a while.
There we go. Easy enough. Okay,
Hey
so
there.
there are patrols of a sort around here. That's gonna complicate things.
Let's see what lies this way.
Hey there.
Alright, everybody creeping around. So let's not go toward the Ogre Druid yet, because I don't think I want to take on two of these at once.
Yeah?
Okay, so just some...
Hey there.
Let's see. Yeah, that's Kana. An impressive statue. How old do you think it is?
Yes?
I think I'm not trying to record today. Housed within a quiet alcove, this stone figure strides boldly forward, one arm held high. Judging by the style of clothing and the cracked remnants of a beard upon the statue, Kana suspects that this is the Earl of Yenwood. A lauded warrior, he was known to lead his men into battle, wielding a gleaming saber.
Yeah?
I get the feeling that's going to be important for something later.
Nice and quiet.
And if I were to hazard a guess, this broken blade that I carry is his saber. Oh dear, those are
Yes?
bigs. Those are bigs. Yes, I am amazing at English. How can you? Oh geez, there's more. Oh man, that's gonna be fun. I need to draw him away then. Adair?
All right then.
Alright, come out swinging. And then Alof. That knockout is insane. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage when I look at that. Forget Fireball, that was amazing. Alright, so that ogre's almost down. We'll be dead soon. Let's make sure it gets finished up quickly. Excellent. Ooh, another ding. Now, you're the more damaged one. Oh dear, that disengage was ill-advised. Who just waltzed up? Oh, skeletons. Well, I guess attack who you can. And there comes that other ogre. He'll join us if he sees. Huh. Yeah, I always mess this up. Yeah, well, guess I don't technically need it that much right now, but... Actually, if you're down on the ground, I'll use this to keep me alive.
Let's end this soon. I'm
Another one down.
Not getting through me.
Yeah, your damage is pathetic, Alof. I need to find a better weapon for you. I need to find a much better weapon for you.
Got an arrow for this one.
Alright, so what does this do for me again? Extra damage against marked targets.
Dead on.
Oh yeah, I summon worms now too.
Hey there.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Alrighty. Don't think I need to do too much more.
Let's burn the dead.
And now I'm up.
Following your
And gift.
brave Dalfilafilim.
Alright, that was awesome. I'm meditating. What's this? Flies swarm around this decaying ogre head, roving over its dead eyes and slack jaw. Stone. This wooden scaffolding is rotted away, crumbling under its own weight. Around it are signs of an excavation, evidently abandoned long ago. The endless paths of Nua. Of Odinua. So we're on level 3 right now? Yes. Okay, so that's another fast travel point. I'm assuming that it'll allow... Well, you know what? I just answered my own question there.
The Watcher.
Another druid.
Hey there.
Start shooting.
Hey.
Alright, me. Let's lead with... That poison effect's gonna be annoying. I did quick save, right? Hope I did.
Following orders.
Leave it to me!
No rebirth for him this.
Oh dear. Okay, how do I deal with this? Huh. 3 ogre druids. Okay, let's figure out how to kill one first. Oh wait, I've got to level up on you. Survive. Yeah, that should be fine. Now, Brilliant Radiance. Okay, so this applies burn damage to everything, not just vessels. Interdiction. Okay, condemn hazing enemies, so remind me, a daze. Okay, reduces accuracy. Okay. Inspiring Flame. Grants him... Alright, grants him greater accuracy. Lesser Burst of Summer Flame. AoE burn damage, okay. Huh, so this one turns Radiance less into a healing spell and more into a massive buff. Okay. I think... I'm thinking Brilliant Radiance makes the most sense. Just in case we get surrounded.
Sure.
Okay, so before I take on 1, I should figure out how to take on 2. Actually, is there anything of interest this way?
Easy does it.
Aw. An ogre that don't skulk, come into the light. This ought to be interesting.
Yeah?
Cast in orange hues by the guttering torches, a massive creature sits at the rear of this wide chamber. There is an acrid stench of blood and offal around the room, and a hot, malodorous gust wafts towards you as the ogre rises, stirring up the dust beneath its feet. If they had only known how many unwitting fools would wander into my camp, I would not have been exiled. Despite his words, the ogre studies you dispassionately. His pale, grim features are streaked with dried blood. But then, I think they have lost the taste for human, now that they have feasted on one another for so long. The ogre turns away. I will not be fattened for the eating. Who are you? I am Thulgar, once most trusted of Zola's warriors. Once. The ogre shrugs a shoulder. It matters not. Go but a little ways south and you'll find what's become of us. Once a dozen strong, and now we are nothing. Our great chief enraged by voices, and our people driven to devouring one another. And I, the coward, wait here to die alone. Easier said than done. He gestures to a heap of bones and cloth. Hunger has a will of its own. Matron Zola knows this well. What happened to your leader? Matron Zola. She was plagued with dreams from the moment we came here. Terrible dreams of something down below. She was convinced we should not go there. I told her it was nothing. Thought nothing of it, until we discovered the poison within the Zorips. It changed her. Whatever the voice spoke, she grew harder, colder. Perhaps it was enough that the voice was never silent, both all through the days and nights. Through all those days and nights. Perhaps the poison made the dreams all the worse. It is harder perhaps to see madness in those closest to you, but I should have seen it all the same. Too late for that now. You're all starving? Isn't there something to eat down here? We have lived here for many years. The caverns have changed around us. Many old tunnels have been closed. Perhaps it's the spiders doing. For a time, we feasted on the Zorubs and lived well, but the Zorub tribes had become diseased, poisoned. We did not notice at first, not until we too began to grow weak. Some of us became like feral creatures, maddened by the poison. Matron Zola, strongest of us, she did not go so easily. Her madness came slowly. Some of us went on eating the Zorubs, of course, even knowing there was nothing else. They died painfully, but quickly. Others tried venturing out into the Great Stair, trying to find a way out. Zola forbade us from leaving in time. If we could not find anything to hunt, then some of us, she said, must sacrifice themselves. You're cannibals? Yes, we have come to that. Even I have tasted it. There is no returning from that, I think. I will remember the moment for what remains in my life. I should put an end to this Zola. Yes, if you could do that, then at least we will be free of this madness. Who knows how long we might remain eating one another, until is there but one of us left. Bring me her torque, and I will know the deed is done. That our clan, at last, is finished. Consider this the final request of a fallen ogre, human. Do what I cannot, and I will find some reward worthy of your service.
Hey there.
Okay, I was not expecting to be working with an ogre. Huh. Most curious. Most curious indeed.
Laying low.
Alright, so we know that there's an ogre chieftain here.
Sure.
I'll teach you a lesson!
I think the goal here is to just try and kill this ogre as quickly as possible. Alright, get out of the field.
Ready, Watcher.
Okay, now we've got that guy coming for us. That's okay.
Hi?
Ooh, what the hell was that? Let's see, Ogre Druid. What did it use? Or whatever it did, it knocked down most of us. And now I'm on the ground. Okay, let's be honest. You're in melee range of this guy. You need to just keep him off you. Put another arrow into her. Well, him, or whatever it is. See, Holy Radiance is hurting people now. How long until you die?
I'm here.
Alright, one down.
Not getting through me.
Shit! Set on!
God, that poison effect hurts. Let's see if that can nullify things for a little bit. How to play this. Issues with drawing yourself, I suppose. Oh, jeez. Well.
No rebirth for him this time.
Ready, Watcher.
Oh, jeez. Take a shot. Maybe you can lead him into a wild goose chase? It's been a while since I've had to do one of those.
Set on!
So much
Oh, crap.
The Huntress. Here's a lesson to be taught.
I don't think you're winning this. Yeah, not if you're getting knocked over like that. Oh, maybe you can still do it. Nope. That's game. Okay, so we had the right idea, but we needed to kill that druid more quickly before that poison effect kicked in. Because honestly, it seemed like we were doing okay until that poison effect kicked in.
Hello? Hello?
Huh.
Hey there.
I'll teach you a lesson!
Alright, use this for the high interrupt chance.
Got an arrow for this.
I have no idea how effective that's going to be long term, but you know what? There we go.
Settle.
Takes a while for you to reload that, huh? Okay.
Yeah?
That was annoying. Who might that be?
They'll never know I'm here.
Another ogre. I could probably take
I'll
on
teach
one
you
more.
a...
Oh crap, there's more than one more.
More than...
That looks like it hurt.
I'll teach you a lesson!
Following your...
Let's see, what have you got left in terms of spells? Oh shoot, that's an ogre druid. Well, you're already targeting this guy, so... Kill him quickly if you can. Actually, try and knock him over.
Careful, they're fitting our number.
Awesome bleed. Jeez!
Here's a lesson to be taught.
Okay, look out. Settle.
Keep at it.
Yeah. Huh? Hey there.
Oh dear. I see the beginnings of something really interesting in that room. I think it's time to camp. Let's go back over this way in case position does matter in this. I don't think it matters that much for the camping rules because they know we're gonna save scum anyway at this point. Just in case. I'm assuming that that applies anyway, but we'll see. You wait to see Durance, his staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickers at its top end, casting long shadows across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can't focus on him. Perhaps it is awakening from sleep, or a trick of the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges. Everything except for the staff. The staff. He seems to be studying its engravings. As you watch, the engravings grow thinly red, like through the cracks of heat-suffused wood. The lines stream like molten metal, burning along the edges of his staff, then branch out in an intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsing as if a heartbeat. As you watch, the veins spiral into a dozen separate circles, circles that spiral again until they are arranged in a circle of their own. They pulse, wait, and all is strangely silent, and then suddenly there is a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awaken again, to see Durance in the same place, still holding his staff, but he is solid, real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you, or reacted to what occurred. Yeah, I need to discuss this with Durance. Thought I felt your eyes on me. Now come the words. I had questions I wanted to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
I saw something strange. You were sitting by the fire, and I saw a great light from your staff.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a flash like an explosion, a rush of air, incredibly bright.
It is the light of the Godhammer you saw.
The God Hammer?
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
What do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Aothis overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Aothis of it.
Durance's voice remains low, steady, as if repeating something he'd said many times before, either out loud or to himself.
You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten.
You helped build the God Hammer?
There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now. It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who had come to stand on the bridge to stop Aothis.
Shadows of the 12?
Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were a dozen shadows cast, a dozen faithful of Margren, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the Godhammer.
Durance rests the staff in front of him, and the flame atop it curls for a moment, the light flaring slightly. It splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until a dozen is met.
As 12 held Aothis fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers and let the Godhammer fall.
Then it blossoms brightly once and resumes its candle intensity. In the aftermath, the shadows seem sharper in the vicinity, as if they have edges, and you blink to clear your vision. Durance is still staring at the tiny candle-like flame, intently.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. And we shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer, marked by Margaret.
What do you mean shared their fates?
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence. The connection we once shared with Margren, after the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory, being welcomed, there was silence, within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Margren was pleased by what we had done.
Why is that?
The world is broken. The wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart. Perhaps the price of crossing a god.
Durant scratches at his pox scar, then stops and withdraws his hand, studying it, frowning.
Crossing two gods. Even as Margaret shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance. Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Margaret's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again.
What did you do?
I remembered Margaret's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel? Like a mortal?
Durant's voice takes an odd upturn. For once it feels like he is genuinely asking a question.
As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees. Wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Margaret at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me.
What happened when you returned to Ashfall?
The road to Ashfall is long. Gives one time to think. And if you think long enough, you do not go home. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried. Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that. Oh, had asked. Grabbed victory from defeat and...
You feel as if your god has betrayed you.
There is something about being used and cast aside. Perhaps Widewen himself felt it. There at the end, when the hammer struck. To be the proof that your god is hollow as the vessel it inhabits. I tried to find purpose, and avoided all contact with other Magranic priests. Did not seek the walls of Ashfall, and sought to make amends to my god through actions. I joined with the Purges for a time, and not long after came the first signs of the Hollowborn. So many crimes, trespasses, violations. The Salvation. Animancers were another sickness born of the Saints' War. A relapse of innovation, of desperation to heal what we had caused. All seemed worse than before the bridge, not better. And as years passed, the world became even worse still for the victory.
Interesting. Maybe the purges weren't what Mogren wanted either. Sweat collects in the sooty creases of his forehead and runs down his ruddy cheeks. It drips from the tip of his nose. His mouth moves, but his utterances make no sound. He is, for once, at a loss. Feeling your gaze, he quickly composes himself, wiping his forehead with the back of a dirty hand.
Huh? Worship the whims of some fickle bitch, and you'll never be more than dirt beneath her feet. Worship what she worships, on the other hand. Take her fire for your own, and her esteem comes on its own. Of course, by that time, you no longer need it. Trial and transformation, sure as Durance taught.
Durance glares at you, and staring into his eyes gives you the feeling of peering over the edge of a great cliff.
You think to put the coals to my feet, but what's burned once will never burn again. These talks are your trial, Watcher. You cannot deflect the truth to one who has already been purified by it.
Tell me what happened on the bridge. We chose the bridge because we could control it. Durance's hand tightens at the top of his staff, as if holding it by the neck. It was a place where we could choke Aothis in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall. A narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was a spine of the deerwood, symbolic of its backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon. Durance studies his staff. His eyes travel along the etchings. Any weapon. Durance's face hardens, and his eyes burn, his eyebrows narrowing. I suspect Aothis knew that as well, and so did his vessel in its arrogance. His hand tightens on the staff. He intended to walk upon the bridge as if walking on the backs of the deerwood, and we intended to burn him with the light of our faith and his. 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadows, and gave ourselves to it. Gave yourselves to it.
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it. Even Widewind's spirit.
Elements of the spirit?
Each of the 12 who brought the Godhammer forth would have done anything to save the Deerwood, save its people. It is why we were chosen. Each of us hated this pretender. That rage, that spirit, that rebellion went into our work, and went into studying him as well.
Widewind? Why?
We all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us.
Why was that important?
You don't kill the god. You kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin. Burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did. At the cost of our own. And at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be damned.
Is that why your image was blurred in the dream? Durance frowns, glances at you with a sharp look. Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the Godhammer's Light Watcher. I may feel half a man at times, but even that is twice of most others.
If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger and made me stronger. Made me re-examine the teachings of Margren. Put them in a new light.
It looked as if there was only part of you, as if your spirit had been sheared in half.
I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
Hey there.
It looks like I'm gonna have to listen in a little bit more. So he's one of the people who were instrumental in the Godhammer. Curious.
I'm on the trail.
When did that happen? So, Eric's construction complete? Alrighty. So now that that's done, we should make things a little easier on us. Oh, let's see. Now I can employ hirelings to defend a stronghold during attacks? Okay. Let me think. What would be a good thing to work on? Let's see. I feel like this could end up being useful. Maybe a little premature to create something like that when it's not necessarily fully secured, but you know what? We'll try it out. Oh, this looks like it'll be fun.
Yeah?
You're my target, huh? Kill it. I will have its hands, its head. I will stand what? It will stand watch. Holy crap, how have I taken so much damage already? Get me up.
I can't get a good shot with this. Dead on.
Oh, jeez. Alright, that should keep you alive for now. Don't have a good angle for your strikes, but that's okay. Just need to focus on keeping everyone alive right now. Honestly, this is probably the best spell I can use. Because holy crap, it was effective the first time. How are you still standing after this beating? Fire it again.
Lavaru beyond seek.
Alright, looks like I'm on the ground. Alright, looks like my ability to be useful that way has ended. Let's see. And I'm on the ground. I'm about to die again. I'm honestly... Oh, wait. Almost dead, huh? Hunter's Mark. Hit him again.
Lavaru beyond seek.
Actually, if you're gonna get that close, burn him!
Aztec birth and wrath.
Burn them again!
Aztec birth and I shall deal with this one.
Alright.
Following your lead.
Excellent. Keep shooting. Wow, that's a terrible hit rate. Ooh, that seemed to do something. Now we have a 100% hit rate against them. Try that same paralysis.
Aztec birth and wrath. Make the bastards root. Lavaru beyond
Almost dead, huh?
seek.
Fire again.
Lavaru beyond seek.
You interrupted, or probably interrupted. Crap!
Shit.
Wow, we almost had him too. Okay. I think if I played this a little safer, I might have been able to get it. Okay. I think the problem is that I didn't necessarily... Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't play that right. So I think you and wait, no, not me.
Hey.
Let's see if we can focus fire you.
I'll take it.
Alright, so with that, I should be able to solo that one. Alright, now that everybody has joined the party, start laying waste.
La Faru, be on seat.
Whoops, that's the wrong ability. Alright,
La
that one's
Faru,
down.
be on seat.
It got knocked down. And unfortunately, we're about to lose Aloth. Well, actually, no, not Aloth. We're about to lose someone important, that's the short version.
Following your lead.
La Faru, be on seat.
Big fella down!
Brave shall be not. For Tatar!
Ah, jeez.
How bad?
Nary any time to respond properly.
How bad?
Well, if you're gonna get that close... Less than 1% hit rate at that range? Okay, then switch to your... Then switch to the flail.
After an epoch.
Brave shall be not. What?
What would work best? Let's see what this does. Ah, so close to death.
My bow's ready.
And you're almost dead now.
How may I help?
On. How are you not dead yet?
I fear we've lost. That wolf's taking all she can. La Faru, be on seek.
Well, we took him out, but... Well, took her out, but... The rest of us went down as well. Shit. Okay, I'm starting to think that going for her is a bad idea. Although, what's the right call then? What's the right call? Alright, let's see what temporary stuff I can imbue myself with. Actually, now that I think of it, I haven't really outfitted you with much, have I? Maybe just in case. Repair. Nah, recovery speed's more important if you're in the back. Let's see, what kind of effects can I apply to myself? That could be useful. What would work best? So I could probably give myself this to ensure that I'm in decent shape.
Sure.
That might help a little bit.
Hey.
What if I try and lure them away? Yes, try luring them away. Then we can theoretically have them group up in a manner that'll be easier to deal with.
Love. Varu, be on
Okay, that seems to be working a little better. Aloth, are you able to paralyze? Oh jeez. Alright, so now that I've... Actually, honestly, what I should be doing is I should be leaning into my druid spells a little more. I've got plenty of good ones. So let's use them.
What?
Let's see. One more level 3.
My bow's ready.
That should do nicely.
Settle. On.
Alright, Aloth. What did that do? 3 graze, 1 hit.
Got it.
Not great hit rate on all of those. Fan of Flames isn't being as useful either. Nah, that won't be useful.
Ulu
Yeah, keep yourself alive. That's probably more important than anything else right now. Meanwhile, that's a terrible hit rate. What could I use? Alright, so now that I'm back in the fray... I feel like that spell won't work indoors. Just a thought. So what's this do? Huh. Let's try it. They're both healing.
So very distracted.
Parathis!
Braved out. Dog.
Can't.
God. How do I deal with you? Can't seem to get any good hits in. Okay, I can hit you with that.
Love. Varu beyond seeking.
That seemed to do something.
Love. Varu beyond.
Okay, come on. How do I deal with you?
Hey there.
Sacre.
Alright, rip him to shreds. Oh geez, our healer just went down somehow.
Got an arrow for this one.
That's it! Lava will be on.
Try this. Assuming you don't just get immediately knocked down.
Aye?
Stop healing each other! This is starting to get really annoying. This is starting to get really annoying. These two needed to die yesterday.
Yeah.
More than raw!
Let's see if that does anything to it.
Not like that! Lava will be on sea!
Braved out Philoculi.
What else can I do? Stop healing yourselves!
Ah, thank. More than raw!
Knock him down.
Ah, thank. More than raw!
Whoops. Did I just cancel?
Show 'em how
Did I
it's
just
done.
interrupt myself? Probably.
Proactive.
How are you not dead, you little...
Ah, thank. More than raw!
on! Die already! How hard is it to die?
Parathis!
Finally!
Dead on.
Show 'em how it's done!
Fortica.
Now you should be easy to deal with now that we've gotten to this stage. And if it isn't, I'm gonna laugh real hard. What would work best? Well, let's see if this does work indoors.
Dead on.
Show 'em
Huh, it does work
how
indoors.
it's going on!
Whoa! What the hell was that?
Ready, Watcher.
That's it!
Well, he can't last forever, right?
Your tail ends here! Attack! Let's end this!
I'm here.
Come on.
My bow's ready.
At least you're reliably dealing damage. About the only one reliably dealing damage? One pierce damage. That's pathetic.
Yes?
Dead on.
Ah, shoot. That caused a disadvantage. Okay, it's over. Woo!
Yes?
We're good, boys.
Hey there. Sure.
Yeah. That was painful.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
You know what? I don't want to fight anything else right now. Not when I'm at 1 HP and would literally lose if I did that. I'm gonna need to rest again, and I literally just rested. Whew. Is it done then? Zola is dead. Beauregard takes in a deep breath. He is silent for several moments. Then it is done. Thank you, human. That was not my mate in there. I will not remember her that way. Here, I will not need this where I go. Use it well. Rundle's finery, huh? What'll that entail? Oh, hey, what's this? Venturing into the depths of the White Wreath Well, Tarek discovered that while the foundations of the well were made of a living Adra, the source of the sounds were wicks that had been dropped into the well by their mothers. In total, a dozen women from White Wreath and the surrounding woods had dropped their children into the well after they learned they would turn into wicks. Some had died, but many survived the fall, living on small rodents and other creatures that wandered the ruins and within tunnels under the well. Tarek was forced to fight the aggressive wicks, but eventually emerged and told the village what had transpired. Some of the mothers confessed to what they had done immediately. Others fled the village. In the end, no one had the desire to punish anyone for what had happened. Alright. Experience, money. Alright. In the Great Hall treasury chest. Alrighty then. Rendell's Finery. So what's this entail? So only 3 damage rating, but lowers recovery speed and grants, ooh, intellect and lore. Useful, actually. Assuming DR's damage reduction, yes. So, this might actually not be a bad thing to give to you, I think. Let's compare. I don't know. It's hard to give up that damage reduction. Huh. Okay, so I can start adding enchants to stuff as well. over time. I need to find a use for this. But who... Actually, intellect and lore, wouldn't that help you more so than anyone? Honestly, a lower recovery speed for you I think would make sense, so yeah, you take it. Although, if it's... It is specifically for your armor, though. Or not. I mean, who else would make good use of it? Maybe you? I don't know, extra constitution for a healer. Remind me what constitution does? Okay, health and stamina. Okay. Yeah, I think this one would probably be more useful for you overall. Actually, these are your specific robes too. How much do I feel attached to that? Not that attached.
Sure.
Either way, I better rest. Maybe I should have kept damage reduction after all. Damage to flank targets, that's pretty easy for us to set up, so may as well go with that. Alright, now we just need to deal with all the other ogres in here, and then we can probably head back up using that master staircase.
I'll take a peek.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, I should switch my weapon back. So I saw another ogre wandering around somewhere. There he is! You're not worth using the good stuff on. Although I say that, but I also take an endurance hit. Well, take significant hits.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Black oozes. How? Lead with a fireball. Oh geez, Aloth is... Well, Aloth is already taken. Fire at him again. Oh geez.
I'll teach you a...
Well, easy solution. Burn him. At least black oozes we know how to deal with for the most part. Even if we can't help but get Aloth killed.
Yeah?
Aloth? Ah, stairway down.
Hello?
Oh, interesting. Stone and then build and disarm.
Hey there.
Alright, trigger it.
Just like an adherent to go down fast.
How may I help?
They'll never know I'm here.
Hey.
Alright, lead them away. That way we won't have the ogre druids to worry about as well. Oh jeez. And there's an ogre druid. Ah crap, I hope I quick saved.
Yes?
Yeah?
Ah jeez.
What?
Well, this is hurting. Now, you have a terrible hit rate with this. You always this bad with your hit rate? I need to set party AI for you.
Beyond sea. What? Stand still.
They fell us down.
Alright, so the Ogre Druid's still standing, which is going to be a problem for us.
Brave thou all is spelled and still couldn't handle one.
Settle.
Damn, let's end this.
No!
Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay. Maybe I should just go back up. Oh, man.
Hey there.
Ready, Watcher.
Go find something to hunt. Alright, before they all gather, fireball!
Hey there.
Oh dear, I triggered literally everyone in the entire... Oh dear. I think I might have gone overboard again. Let's see if I can actually handle this. Probably not, but let's see anyway.
That's it! Ah!
Hey, that seems to do something.
That's it!
Following your lead.
Nice. Down I go. And there's the poison effect that will inevitably...
Settle.
Knock that one away if you can. Yeah, that was a grievous mistake. I should have known that would end badly. I am highly intelligent. I clearly know what I'm doing.
Hey there.
So,
Hey there.
Hey.
Brave thou feel not believe.
enchantment is just cast. Hail off.
Yes?
Fireball.
Sure.
Just keep firing that ability and hopefully something will happen to us. Well, that seemed to help. shoot at him or what?
Yes? Fiery horror! No! Hang on!
Don't run away from us. Actually, since I don't have to worry about hurting anyone anymore. Burn them! There we go. Okay, once again I need to heal before I can actually complete everything, but you know what? Alright, so how many of these do I have to worry about next time? A lot. Okay, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I definitely can't take them on right now because I don't have any more camping supplies. So I'm thinking what we'll do then is we'll go the long way around to get back up to the master stairs. Take them all the way back up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can come back around later. Alright.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yeah, shut up. I know how CRPGs work. Cade Nua. 2 hours just to climb 3 flights of stairs? What do I know? Actually, now that I think of it, I'm not sure how much time I've actually spent down there. Probably
A few repairs and this keep will be a sight to see.
working on it. Working on it.
I trust all is well. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
What's the state of the keep? Alright, so how far along in construction is it? Alright, so still a while before that's ready. So where are the merchant stalls? Actually, isn't there supposedly something in the treasury?
Good day, stranger.
Greetings, my lord. Fancy a new blade? Maybe an axe? I've plenty here to take the fancy of any man of action. Or perhaps some ingredients and spices for the road. I've oils and tinctures for the ailing man, too. Want to have a look? Well, that'll simplify selling stuff. Ooh, camping supplies. Just what I was hoping for. Hammer and chisel. That might be helpful. Yeah, that'll be nice. Buy those. And there's the reward from the quest that we sent Carrick on. Stash. Grants recall agony. Well, let's pull it into here so I can take a look. 1 per res. Alright, so 1 target, 30% of all damage reapplied over 12 seconds. Okay, useful. So it allows you to... Let's see, grants overwhelming wave. Okay,
Hey there.
neat. Alright. Anything interesting?
You must gather.
Alright, so has anything interesting been added anywhere else? Looks
I'll
like
see what I can find.
looks like that hasn't been built out. Oh yeah, of course it hasn't been built out yet. I haven't added anything. And I haven't messed with the barracks either yet, so... I guess in that case what I'll do is I will go ahead and rest out here, because presumably I can just sit... Well, I can just go over to...
I feel sorry for whoever has to clean up this place.
Well, luckily it's not us directly. Just our money. is this the place where we rest? Assuming I can. Actually, now that I think of it, I don't think I've been up here. Ah, here's where we rest. Thick woven werewolves feel soft and warm, huh? I'm assuming there's nothing in these? Yeah. If I wanted to loot this place, I would have had to come in later. Well, earlier, I assume. Still, this looks like it is going to be the place to rest then. Before setting out. So I guess the question is, do I want to go back? Well, what would make the most sense at this point? Going back downstairs? Well, going back down below and trying to settle the score with what lies down there? Or does it make sense to set out and take care of other quests? Because honestly, there's still plenty that awaits us within Defiance Bay. So, at this point, it might make sense now that we have made all this progress here.
Few repairs and this keep will be a sight to see.
I think it might make sense to go back out into the wilderness. Weird that there's that stuttering. With the sound effects, anyway. It's not applying to the music, which is strange. Yep. So. Now, the Black Meadow is where they want us to go for... though the problem is that... that's going to go quite far. Well, let me think. The cliffs you saw in the... I wonder where those cliffs would be. And then... Well... may as well go check on this anyway. Now the Black Meadow. Where do they want us to take it? The skull of the drake looking east. As you cover the ancient scroll with the last handful of soil, the shifting voice speaks in your head once more. Well done, Watcher. Yeah, I'm not sure how she'll take the information, but you know what? It is the information all the same. Now here's my question. If I move to the south, will this bridge open up? Yes, just what I was hoping for. It'll take a while to reach it, and that's okay. Should give me another way to... What's a random Zorip doing? I don't think they expected me to approach from this direction if there's just a random Zorip here.
Hey there.
that was quick. Well, let's go ahead and see to this while we're at it. Alright, the dungeons have been completed. Let's work on next. What requires the Bailey? Is anything useful? Generates a random plan every turn in the stronghold treasure. Offers high-level bounties. Interesting. Restore the lab inside Bright Hollow. Those look like they'd be more... Well, actually... I'm not sure what would make the most sense here. Well... I'm assuming if we keep security and prestige around the same, we'll be okay. So let's work on the Bailey next, I suppose. Looks like a Zorib camp. Fine hatchet. Aww. Okay, camping supplies over here. Escape. Oh boy, more of these. Let's finish exploring around here first. Damn looters. Can't be bothered to find an honest wage. Curse my luck, the woman mutters, kicking her foot into the ground and upturning a clod of soil. As you approach, her ears twitch and she turns to greet you. Hail, traveler, she says with a half-hearted hand wave. The bridge to Defiance Bay is out. If that's where you're headed, you'll need to find another route. What destroyed the bridge? The river has been rising on account of all the storms. Here where the river narrows, the flooding did the most damage. The Orlin woman folds her arms, a scowl overtaking her face. Guess they don't make things to last around here, do they? One of the stone columns collapsed in a flash flood, taking the whole middle section of the bridge out to sea. Madimer Bridge was the most direct route from Gilded Vale to Defiance Bay. Merchants and travelers now have to find boat passage or add a day of extra travel to loop around the bay. So I started a ferry service, thinking I'd earn some coin and help others cross over to the bay. Paragon shakes her head, her ears twitching as she speaks. And that was the biggest mistake than that time I allowed a cipher to court me. Mistake? How so? I had been attempting to turn a quick copper, but... She bites her lip, her face turning flushed with anger. Just my luck, the blasted currents threw my ferry into the rocks, dashed it and my profits to pieces. Making matters worse, when I went to prowl the shore to salvage whatever shipping crates didn't sink, a pair of looters attacked me. She stomped her foot into the ground. The damn brigands had the nerve to attack. I managed to avoid harm, but now they've stolen by force all that's left of my fortune. She eyes you for a long second, her hand cupping her chin. You know, you look like you'd fare better against those looters than little old me. Could I enlist your help? I'll take a look. Bergen smiles wide, her ears perking up. Thank you. I'm sure those thugs have made a mess of my stock, but maybe there's something there to be saved. How do I get to Defiance Bay? With the bridge destroyed, the best course of action would be following the river north. You'll be able to cross farther upstream, but you've got a long walk ahead of you. Another reason to double back that way, I suppose. That should prove no trouble against us at this point.
Yes?
As expected, they proved to be no trouble.
Sure.
This must have been intended for when we were when we were at an earlier level. Gathered around the soggy timbers of a ship wreckage, men and women pick through the driftwood, snatching muddy silverware, moldy clothes, chipped pottery, and anything they can spot among the detritus. All eyes turn to you as you approach. The group trade nervous stares at you until at last, a woman in muddy clothes steps forward and speaks. Where are Brettel and Terran? She asks. They were just up along a path, and we heard fighting. Her eyes narrow and a hand moves toward a knife on her belt as she anticipates your reply. They attacked us. It was a matter of self-defense. You killed them! You see Hanwen's eyes tear up before she buries her face in her hands. The men and women around her take a step back, eyeing you cautiously. Hanwin looks up, wiping her eyes. You speak of self-defense while we are defending ourselves from this storm. Her voice in her face rises and her face grows flushed with emotion. The floods took our entire farm. We have nothing left. Nothing! No food, no roof, and now I don't even have my cousins. She throws up her hands in despair. We don't want to fight you. We've lost enough already. Please, just leave us. That does not change the fact that you are stealing. And you leave us with no choice. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That's a hard situation.
Sure.
That's a hard situation. Would these happen to be your wares? Peregrine's eyes twitch with excitement as ears twitch with excitement as you drop the supplies down in front of her. Thank you. I was beginning to think it had all sunk into the bottom of the river. She reaches into her tunic pocket and hands something to you. Consider this a small token of my gratitude. I will reward you properly when you visit me at my shop in Defiance Bay. Interesting. So did I basically just get a coupon? That does not feel like it was worth the trouble if it was just if it ends up just being a coupon. Yeah, I guess we'll find out before too long, I suppose. Well, either way. Zorus? What's this? Maggots squirm amidst the deer's entrails. What the heck happened here? Oh, troll! Since I'm probably gonna need it. Let's see if I can position this right. That sucker.
I'll teach you a lesson!
There we go. Now it's not all favoring one ear. There we go.
Sure.
Okay. Nothing over this way. More Zorus. Easy enough.
Sure.
Alrighty then, it looks like it covers everything important. Although, I suppose then, as our last order of business, we'll go ahead and see to these down here. You see the interior of a small, dark shop. The shelves are covered with a variety of goods, some commonplace and others of a little more exotic variety. This man wanders the shelves of the shop, smiling and fondly touching the items. He maneuvers through the aisles, the only person in the shop. He stops in front of a large display showing the model of a large worm, a plaque in front of it detailing information about its natural habitat, food preferences, and mating rituals. He moves on, wandering from display to display, stopping at each one to take it in. He looks out the window at the front of the shop and sees the sun has broken the building line. People are wandering the market, hopping into shops and loitering at the stalls, looking for a bargain. Standing before the front door, the man turns back and smiling again. He then unlocks the door and pushes it open, letting in the sounds of the market. Okay, relatively simple. You see a crowd doubled over, sharing bouts of laughter as a mischievous-eyed woman relates a tale of her last adventure, involving an unusually self-conscious troll. She has them exactly where she wants them as she throws out the punchline, sending anyone who wasn't already smiling into tears of laughter. She curtsies at the crowd with a flourish and a wicked grin and makes her way to the bar, quickly followed by a legion of eager suitors, each trying to buy her affection with a drink. She turns each of them away, but none leave without a smile. She enjoys her drink content and starts to scribble down the beginning of her next performance, laughing at her own jokes. You see two figures, a human and an Almawa, standing in front of this man. The human just stands there, fuming, while the Almawa is yelling, red-faced with fury. He is leaning forward, a stream of profane imagery flying from his mouth, his face rapidly turning purple. The man stands straight in the face of the onslaught, unmoving, a bemused smile on his face. He holds a rapier nonchalantly by his portly flank, point down, but his hand is tightly gripping the handle, his knuckles white. The Amawa stops yelling, pausing only long enough to take a breath, intent on immediately starting again. The man holds up his left hand and begins to speak during the brief silence, trying to defuse the situation and cut off continued abuse. The Amawa makes a grunting noise and pokes the man on the breastbone to stop him from speaking, leaving the finger against his chest for emphasis. The man with the rapier tilts his head down, looking at the finger resting against his chest, then looks back at the Amawa without moving his head. The Amawa realizes too late that he just crossed the line. The man grabs his hand, squeezing and twisting it. There is a loud cracking noise and the Amawa cries out. The man raises his rapier and punches the Amawa, using the handle as added heft. There is a second crack and the Amawa collapses to the ground, unconscious, blood pouring from his nose. The second stranger looks up from his friend's limp body to see the tip of the rapier already pointed at him, a flat, unfriendly, and serious look on the face of the other end of it. He raises his hand in defeat and backs away, turning to run when he is far enough away to ensure he won't be caught. The man turns to leave, the smile slowly returning to his face.
Looks like Andra's gushing enough for both moons.
You see a battlefield covered with bodies. There is death everywhere, the sound of metal on metal ringing over the gore-stained ground. The cries of the wounded fill the air, occasionally masked by the death knell of another casualty. This man is running, but from what you cannot see. His breath comes in labored gasps, his eyes are wide and terror-filled. As he runs, he wrestles with a blood-splattered tunic. He tears at the fabric as though it burns his skin, his desperation eliciting small mewling sounds from the back of his throat. His foot... Oh wow, I even went with that mistake. Don't necessarily can't catch everything, I suppose. I wonder how many written lines there are in this game. His foot catches on an arm, sticking out from a pile of bodies he is trying to maneuver around, and he spills forward, landing on a fallen soldier, looking into his dead eyes. The mewling increases in intensity as he scrabbles backward, trying to push himself off the body. His hand slips on blood-slicked armor, and he topples to the side, landing on his back. He starts shaking his head, cheeks wet with terrified tears. He pushes himself to his knees, and he surveys the field, eyes wide, breathing so quickly he's almost hyperventilating. Stumbling back into motion, his hands return to the tunic, eyes swinging wildly about, surveying the carnage around him. His frantic fingers finally tear the tunic from his chest, and he throws it to the ground, the sound of battle still echoing in his ears as he flees. Worth grabbing from here? Doesn't look it. Alrighty, so if we want to get back to Defiance Bay, I suppose we'll have to double back. So I guess in that case, what would make the most sense? Already at Black Meadow. I don't see any more interesting quests relating to this area since they have thoroughly explored it. So would it make the most sense to... Yeah, I think it'd make the most sense to double back to Caed Nua then and see what kind of trouble we can get up to below. Hello? Yeah, looking at the time, that might have to be
need some
safe
work
for later.
before this place is secured. My husband could fix them right up.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that'll need fixing. It'll be interesting to watch it progress, see if any other options open up as we continue onward. I guess for today then, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and knock out that last group of trolls, get a preview as to what lies within on the next level, and then we'll call it a night. That seems like it'll do.
La Baru, be on.
Oh jeez, already taking so much damage. Okay, as per usual, go with this. How may I help you? That should help a little bit. Just keep spamming that at this point.
So much for our mighty hunt.
I did quick save, right? Yes, I did. Okay, clearly that doesn't work. Should I send out the animal companion as a sacrificial lamb?
Yeah?
Probably. Probably. Okay, we'll do that this time.
Crave thou Philoth.
Oh, jeez. Taking way too much damage already. Well, let's keep hitting them. See what happens.
Hey,
Would you care to attack them? One down.
La Baru, be on seek.
Oh, that's such a useful spell.
La Baru, be.
Alright, one down. Well, two down.
Yes?
Yes.
I really need to give you a different spell for that.
Love.
Following your
Can't get a good
Try this.
Crave thou Philoth.
Not. Curses.
Knock him down again. Nah, not quite enough. But at least the attack seemed to hit. Alright, that seemed to do wonders.
Of course.
Hey there.
Now that there's no worry about anything here.
Flame and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Nice.
Hey there.
Guess we'll just walk around it then. Alright, so that should be everything on this level then. Let's get a sense for what awaits us in the next one. Just walking around so I don't have to deal with that trap. Can always attempt to disarm it later.
Easy does it.
There we go.
Hello.
Heck.
Hello?
There's an old Adir horror story about a haunted dinner party.
And what does the flame reveal?
The heck? That's not what I expected to find down here. Is this a necropolis? Trolls. Probably take them, actually.
Yeah? Indeed.
Get out. Oh, nice. Okay, you're a little too close for my liking.
How it's done! Baru, be on the seat!
Seem to have a good effect. Oh look, doing that set the other guy off.
Not like that!
Nice.
I'll teach you a lesson!
Let's see what this does.
Then raw!
Okay, so it creates a field of effect then.
I've been poisoned!
Oh, actually, that's really potent. That's actually rather potent. I should have been.
Sure.
Should have been casting that more often. I expected
How
that
may
to
I
be
help?
like Call Lightning, which only works in very specific conditions. Well,
I'll see
when
what I
you're
can find.
outdoors. More trolls. What are you doing? Get in there. Easily dealt with.
Sure.
Easily dealt with.
I shall be discreet.
Would hope so.
Ready.
Not expecting to find a horde of trolls in here, I've got to be honest. Black ooze.
I shall be discreet.
Wonder how we're able to see it. Is that a bug or a feature? Or whatever the case may be. Yeah, a lot of black ooze.
Aye?
Swamp slime. That's new.
Show him how it's done!
Well, either way.
Got an arrow for this.
Breathe.
Dead on.
That spell being more useful than I would have
Yeah.
expected. Much more useful than I would have expected. And again, it does allow us an opportunity
They'll
to
never know I'm here.
recuperate. Right of the Untamed World. Well, right of the Untamed WoW. +3 survival. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Come deal with us out here if you want to kind of have some fun. Missed. Counted as missing.
Show him how it's done!
Get out. Stuck. Huh, how'd that happen?
Ready, one. Sure.
I'll teach you a lesson!
Raised out Milad Philly.
Well, nothing we can't handle. Nothing we can't handle.
Shadow!
I'll let Margaret fire! Bless this!
Wait, what just caused that fire damage? The worms, maybe? Worms. Take all. Take all. Take all.
Sure.
This is not what I expected
Lay
to
low.
find down here. Strange, for all the tough combat we've been getting, this has been surprisingly straightforward.
Raised.
Well, it looks like we're gonna need to rest for real in a few moments. May as well have a little bit of fun with my spells. Come have some fun, buddy?
These ones are in for a walk!
There we go. Anybody else? Or not. Then this leads back over to the... What is this, a laboratory? Makes you wonder what kind of work was being done here. See how long this lasts.
Can't get a shot.
Patrick.
Come on, not like this!
Wonder how effective you are with that.
Your tail ends here.
Interesting. Not as ineffective as I expected. Alright, try and keep everyone alive.
Shadow!
Alright, go back to the wand. Looks like the lightning effect might have still been in play.
Shadow!
Yeah, we're definitely resting now.
All right, then.
How much further do I want to go? You know what, we're almost finished with this level. May as well rest and then see it taken care of. Oh geez, that's a lot. That is a freaking lot. Oh geez, that's a lot of damage. I think we need to fireball again. Wait, how'd that stone beetle get there? Also, how have I taken so much damage so quickly?
Can't get a good shot at this.
Well, I didn't last long. Okay, we need to distract these guys. Oh, is it because of the greater black ooze? Actually, that might be exactly it. You go deal with it.
Love! I shall deal with this one.
Your tail ends here.
Didn't seem to heal yourself. Actually, out of curiosity, no, I can't work on targets that have been knocked to 0. Disappointing that.
That's it. I'm leaving.
Enter smart that one and then go for it.
He's marked.
Leave it to me!
Dead on.
Yes?
Alright, that worked out alright.
Hey there.
What was that? What did we just grab? That looked weird. Resolution. Unique saber. Okay. Speed average. Stronger than what I've got. Huh. Interesting. It's been alleged that the saber resolution can be traced back to an ancient line of warriors predating the formation of the Adir Empire, though the legitimacy of the claim has always been in dispute. What is known is that the saber has been passed down through generations of Yenwood Earls, having accompanied them across the sea during the colonization of the Deerwood. The saber was held as a symbol of their noble lineage, and most formal portraits of the family include the blade in some respect. It was the youngest of the line who endeavored to repair the weapon, so that it might serve more than ornamental purpose. The blade was reforged into a weapon that struck hard and true, and the young Earl wielded it during his efforts to reclaim the keep of Caed Nua, traditional stronghold of the Earl of Yenwood. Both sword and bearer were lost, never to be seen again. Several missions were undertaken to retrieve the weapon when the War of Defiance arose, but none met with any success. I shall gladly use that as my weapon then. Alrighty, what else have we got down here?
Sure.
Brave.
Whoa, hello. So you're the reason why I'm seeing electric.
Show him how it's done!
Yeah?
Show him how it's done! Show him how...
Took out the animal companion this time. Man, that electric damage hurt.
Sure.
Huh. Another stone head. Its massive face appears to have somehow been shaped out of living Adra. Each ridge is smooth and straight.
Incredible. Solid Adra, hewn like marble. No, not carved. Shaped.
Master below. Deep within the caverns of the Endless Paths, I found a great sculpture of a head made of Adra. The face did not resemble any historical figure I was aware of, but the craftsmanship was beyond anything I'd ever seen. Could this face be a depiction of the Master below my steward spoke about? Wouldn't be the most surprising
Sure.
thing I've seen.
Brave.
Oh look, there's a stray stone beetle. How adorable. Now die! That's not very helpful. Go away, away. Okay. Just making sure.
Proactive!
That would have been helpful a little earlier. Not that it matters
Sure.
much in the grand scheme of things. You about to go into a courtyard of sorts? Why do I get the feeling that combat's about to get interesting?
Kinda stuck over here.
Your turn!
Show him how.
Don't distract that black goose.
I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach you.
I should really give you a... Actually, you know what? I really should give you a ranged weapon in case you get
Hey
stuck
there.
like that. Let's see. Of my ranged weapons, what would be the most fitting? These standard weaponry. Guess I could just give you the fine crossbow for now.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Stuck.
Show him how.
How much damage did you do? Oh wow, decent amount of damage. You're stuck too? Okay. Bow and arrow. Go.
Following your lead. Following your...
Hold on!
Oh wow, that was a lot of damage. Although you're probably getting stuck now, so go get him, Tiger.
Yes?
Hey. Actually, Cowboy would make more sense. Go get him, Cowboy. Let's just go with that. Now, if you're gonna get this close, chill touch. And as usual, me getting dropped to 0.
Hey there.
Well, getting dropped to 1 HP is gonna be the impetus to rest, as always.
Hey. Hey there.
I'm on the trail.
Still may as well look around a bit, right? Most of these books are blackened and crumbling, having succumbed to mold and rot. What legible writing remains appears to be Eld Adiran. That was smart of me. Bloodstone Overseer's Seal. Expedition log page? This appears to be a page torn from some larger text. My journal is molting pages. I do not know if any part of my account will survive this expedition. We thought Skada lost alongside Edgerga, but she has returned, carrying a strange seal and a smirk on her face despite her injuries. She is badly wounded, and Merrick is tending to her. I have been researching the seal in the meantime. It is of intricate design, made of Adra shaped around a small bloodstone gem. It seems one of our predecessors was attempting to translate some of the inscriptions in these ruins. According to his texts, these seals were carried by 3 Ingwithan overseers, all bearing titles: the Guardian, the Builder, and the Scribe. This one seems to have belonged to the Guardian, who was charged with defending these ruins against incursions from dangerous beasts. I have to admit, I don't believe he did a very good job of that.
Hey there.
Interesting.
Ready, Watcher.
Combat. Let's rest first. Bailey construction complete? Huh. Let's set more stuff to be done. Do I want to just go top down or what? Well, now that basically everything's open, what to focus on? I think the curio shop would probably be the most useful. Alright, there's a lot of people in here, so start with obvious fireball, I think. And of course, I'm in the middle of all of them.
Let's wash that down.
What's that effect? Weakened. Okay. Alright, you're gonna get that close to me. I'm gonna get serious about killing you.
Settle.
You go. Get in here. Alright, that guy goes down. There we go.
Yes?
Huh. Persistence. What might that be? I did grab it, right? Oh, there it is. Passed down through an Inuktitut tribe, this bow was believed to have been blessed by the gods. For every huntress to wield it, always returned from the hunt having successfully downed at least one animal. Arrows fired from the bow, it was said, would find their way unfailing to a vulnerable point and fell their target. Rather than allow the bow to be possessed by a single person, the tribe considered it a gift to be shared among all its members. One young tribeswoman, however, coveted the bow and its power, believing she might rule her own tribe if only she had the weapon for herself. One day, when given the use of persistence for the day's hunt, she endeavored to separate herself from her fellow hunters and left, taking the bow with her. Interesting. So you're the only one regularly using a bow. So let's see. Fast. Oh wow. It's actually really powerful. That's accuracy. Step. Oh. That is really powerful. You're welcome to hang on to your own bow perhaps, but that's useful.
Get up, lad!
I'll take a peek.
I really should know better.
And what does the flame reveal?
I really should know better at this point. Alright. I'm expecting there to be some sort of nonsense in this direction. Diseased. Not what I expected to find, actually. Melee range with these guys. That would not end well for you. Alright, I have no idea how dangerous that is. We're just gonna focus on killing it. That seemed to do something. Unfortunately, Alof triggered someone after him. Actually, let's have some fun.
Show 'em how it's done! I'll teach
Oh. That spell is way too useful. I don't think
Yes?
there's even a restriction like concentration or something to that effect. That's just too useful.
Brave does.
Oh dear, that's a lot of them. Let's see how to handle this. Oh jeez, I forgot disengaging is a bad idea.
Okay.
Settle.
Okay. Stuck? Ah, both of you are stuck. Okay, just get out the arbalest then. So that one swamp slime is almost dead. Good.
Settle.
There we go. Okay, a little rougher than I expected, but still, nothing I couldn't handle.
Sure. Hey there.
And there's the next way down. There's the next set of stairs down. Is there anything? Looks like there's almost something over that way, but unless there's something built into the rock that I missed. Almost seems like there should be something there, because I think I see a bit of stone peeking out. Well, we'll check real quick. We will check for real quick. Alright.
Sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
It seems like there should be something. Still, well, if nothing showed up with that, it's unlikely that we'll find it if we... Well, for all I know, we just don't have the mechanics yet to find it. But either way, I think that's where I'm gonna call it for today. So, with that in mind, there's plenty of stuff that I'll need to sell. But, although the problem is I'm running out of camping supplies, so it might not be a bad idea to double back up to the stairway up, depending on what we find down here. So, given that, yeah, I think we're gonna double back up. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit myself right in front of the merchant. Well, actually, yeah, I'll sit myself in front of the merchant, and I'll use that as my reminder to actually sell all the junk that's in here. Because honestly, a lot of these spellwrite tomes I don't need. A lot of this armor is repeat. A lot of these is a lot of that's repeat. A lot of this is repeat. A lot of this probably isn't very relevant anymore. And, well, the ingredients I can just keep around. So given that, I guess what's going to be the focus next time I get to jump in? Well, I don't see any reason why I won't be able to jump in on Saturday, unless... Got the first 10 minutes of the next video ready to go audio-wise, so... And given that it's going to be only a 15-minute video or so this time, much shorter than what I've been trending to lately, which I'm very thankful for, honestly, because it takes a bit of stress off. I'm just gonna deal with the traps. Let's just go back up all the way. Hey, Noah. So, I don't see why I won't be able to jump in, so I guess next time, what we'll do since we've been stomping around in here a fair amount is, off-stream, I'm gonna make sure that I...
Sure.
I feel sorry for whoever has to clean up this place.
So you've said. I think what I'll do is I will off-stream sell everything, and then I guess in that case, do I want to start the next stream back in Defiance Bay? Because if I'm taking care of inventory management off screen, I don't see why I couldn't do that off stream. Well, get myself back over there off stream as well.
Animancy seems to be the topic of the hour here. You've closer dealings with souls than I do. What do you think of it?
I think it's incredible that we hold such power over our own souls. It is, isn't it? Afflictions of the soul, treated as one might a broken limb. Who knows? We may see the dawn of a golden age. But let's deal with the age we're in for now. After you, my friend.
Hey there.
Alrighty. Glad that we're able to rest here now. Keeps life real simple for me. Although I wonder if that merchant will have anything new for me. Now that we've gone a little ways. I guess we'll see. So?
I feel sorry for whoever has to clean.
Yeah. That line's gonna get repetitive after a while if he keeps saying it. Maybe I should clean up more of the place, well, the exterior, just so I can stop hearing that line. Although, I wonder if the steward will have anything more to say now that I've explored a little more around here. People are starting to notice your hard work. I dare say we'll have more visitors shortly. I'm glad you decided to stay on, my lord. It's been difficult watching this place tumble into decay time and again. To see it restored is... I can imagine the great crowds, the petitioners, music perhaps in the evenings? Oh, I've gotten carried away, haven't I? Here's the report. Neat detail. How long have we got for the next one? Okay, so it should be pretty much done by the time I
How do you do?
finish things up. So anything new? Ah, the camp is actually the alley. They're actually refreshed. Nice. Alright, that takes care of the important stuff, and then before I set out, I'll make sure to remind myself to take care of inventory management, and then we can just start the next stream in Defiance Bay. Hopefully have a grand old time seeing the stuff there, because if we just look at the journal, there is so much to see to, so much to see to. Alrighty then, so, if in the meantime, thank you all for watching. I hope it was entertaining to watch me fail at the combat, or make some progress to be fair. But apart from that, thank you all for watching once again, and I will see you all next time.